Art 101 with Mr. Burgher.
Welcome back to Art 101 with me, Mr. Burgher. Friends, I'm a professional artist and educator attempting to bring you the absolute best in art historical content and videos.
Off the hook!
And as always, I appreciate the likes, shares, and all my subscribers.
You know what, actually, I dig that.
Yeah, it was a little while back. I made this video on the basics of art. And in that video, I spoke a little bit about the 5 reasons that artists make their work. If you took all of the reasons why artists do what they do and you boiled that down into the most basic reasons, I came up with 5 basic reasons that all artists do what they do. Again, if you boil it all down to just its purest ingredients, and here it is. Here it is for you.
One time I hired a monkey to take notes for me in class.
The first reason for creating art is to create something with beauty. Art can provide us with many things, including pleasure, enjoyment, amusement, diversion, and embellishment within our world. Art that is visually attractive and well created can certainly enhance the world around us. When we're in front of a beautiful piece of artwork, we might forget about where we're at for a moment. Artists have done this throughout time, including the great painter Georgia O'Keeffe. She spent much of her career creating enlarged paintings of flowers, so we might allow these giant canvases of beauty into our busy lives. As they say, we have to slow down, stop, and smell the roses. Georgia O'Keeffe created nothing if she didn't create something of beauty. Beauty can be a bit subjective, however. We might find beauty in roses and flowers, macabre skulls, a beautiful landscape, a portrait, or any number of subjects that personally attracts our interest. Art, like beauty, is larger than any single definition. One dictionary describes it as the expression or application of creative skills and imagination, especially through visual mediums such as painting or sculpture.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Reason for creating art number 2 is to reveal a truth or opinion. Certainly some artists reveal themselves via the artwork that center on their religious beliefs, place of origin, sexual orientation, and other things about themselves that would reveal a truth or opinion on the mindset of their work. We understand the artist's truths and opinions through the works that they make. From the beginning of time to the present day, this has been the case. There's a modern-day pop surrealist or lowbrow artist by the name of Mark Bryan that's doing just such a thing. He creates these pop surrealistic scenes that are like vivid realistic dreams, and in some cases nightmares. He places a lot of his political beliefs into these works, so there is no question of what he thinks about politically. Some of us may disagree with the opinions of Mark Bryan, just like some of us might strongly agree or be completely indifferent to what he thinks. But the fact of the matter is, we understand his truth. He's putting it out there for us, what he thinks. His opinion, his truth. This element of self-expression is always in existence in all forms of art. Even cooperatively created artworks like architectural pieces or Broadway or feature film productions, or any artwork produced by multiple people.
Thanks to denial, I'm immortal!
The third reason for creating art is immortalization. An artist's drive to immortalize can be very powerful. This may be an artist trying to immortalize religious stories like Michelangelo painting the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. It's similar to Whistler painting his mother to immortalize a family member. And there is a relationship to immortalization when Ings paints Napoleon I on his imperial throne in 1806. Napoleon Bonaparte had an understanding of the power of art. Once he gained power during the French Revolution, he would use artists with masterful skills to speak and fight his political battles for him. This painting is a prime example. Not only is Napoleon depicted as a leader, but he's depicted almost godlike. Many scholars have drawn comparisons between Jan van Eyck's God in the Ghent altarpiece and this depiction of Napoleon Bonaparte. Art continues to fulfill personal and spiritual needs for many people all around the world. Every major religion uses religious artworks to inspire and instruct their faithful followers. Similarly, art has been used to immortalize traditions, deities, and historic figures throughout time.
I'm not European. I don't plan on being European. So who gives a crap if they're socialists? They could be fascist anarchists. It still wouldn't change the fact that I don't own a car.
And this leads to our fourth reason for creating art: to reflect one's society. Artists from many societies have sought to criticize or influence values and public opinion through their art. Often the criticisms are clear and direct. We can see this in the artwork of Francisco de Goya in his Disasters of War series, condemning a civil war. It's also very easy to see these ideas in the artworks of Andy Warhol. He reflects society by showing us things from our everyday life, like movies, items that you might find at the grocery store, movie stars, logos, world leaders, things you might see on TV, current events, and so forth. We can also see this in artworks like Race Riot. Very similar to Goya, Warhol is showing us the civil rights tensions that were climaxing in Birmingham, Alabama during the civil rights movement. Taking photographs from Charles Moore, who used these photos in Life magazine and printing them in red, white, and blue, shows his view of our country at that perfect time. This artwork was a part of his Death in America series, a not so positive reflection of our society in the mid-1960s. Positive or negative, art in our culture, or any culture, reflects who those people are and the relationships between the individuals and their belief systems. Art can be pleasing and beautiful, but can also inspire us to action. In today's world, this is much more critical than ever, when cross-cultural understanding, open-mindedness, and creative problem-solving are urgently needed to deepen our humanity.
When did you take up painting?
I didn't. It's just relaxing, that's all.
The needs of the artist are the last reason for creating art. Every artist has their own reasons for making art. Of course, an artist might use their skills to make some money, but it goes well beyond financial gain. The artist might have an internal need to want to communicate information about where they're from or their ideas. Some artists will want to communicate about their religious beliefs. There are a million ideas that can be the catalyst for a creative outlet. Some artists want to just make pretty things and decorate the world. Every artist has a different motivation, but many of these motivations will have a similar result.
Right on.
Now I love that story.
Please go away. Let me sleep for the love of God.